Hi, I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. So today, let's get into it. I have a pretty large bruise on my neck and laceration. That's why I was out last week. So I look lovely, just some built-in, bronzer and contour. All right, and let's make my face smaller so you can see the charts. And let's start with ES. So ES, we came up here and we rejected almost to the penny on the daily 26 EMA, and we're coming back in. A daily high or low is still possible. So we'll see how the bulls behave overnight. We have a lot of earnings that's impacting the market right now. And looking at SPY, again, we're in a daily uptrend. We were rejected from the daily 50 MA, and here's our support down here. On ES, I wanted to show you, look at that hourly squeeze. We talked about it in the pregame. Squeezes can fire to the upside or to the downside. So I had highlighted this in pregame because high compression squeezes are the type of squeezes I want to trade. All right, looking at RTY. It is absolutely weak. We haven't lost the low of April 1965. We have FOMC. Let me look at my notes. So tonight we had Amazon, AMD, SMCI earnings. SHOP may be a correlation trade to Amazon. Tomorrow we have the FOMC decision and conference. And then we have the Apple earnings on Thursday after hours. So we have a lot of binary events that could affect the market. So please keep that in mind with position sizes. So one of the big pieces of news today before I go through the rest of the charts, I did a little screenshot of this. DEA moving to reclassify marijuana as dangerous drug versus per the American press. So an MSOS shot up and it was an immediate halt. Our room was all over it. And from past experience, we know when they close strong, we have a higher probability of them opening strong. And then you can sell into a gap up. And we've done that for years in the chart, guys, that cycle. The Dow, I wanted to point out NASDAQ was the weakest today, and then the Russell. So we have Dow, it was weak. We're down here testing that 37944. We broke it by $19 so far. Your next level, 37463. And on bounces, if you trade at night or you're in Europe or whatever, your time zone says you have to trade at night, you could do a possible top fish of Dow, ES, NASDAQ because of the size of the pullback. Hourly and 4-hour lower highs are anticipated. So on bounces, you could look to short. It doesn't work every time, but it's a high probability. VIX. So the VIX is getting over the 50 MA. We stayed inside. Okay, daily. We are getting over the 50 MA. We're holding it. This could be a bear flag for the VIX, and that would be great for the market. But again, we don't know what Powell's going to say tomorrow or what the committee's going to say. Looking at the VIX is running into the 26 EMA on the 4-hour. On the hourly, it's in an uptrend. There was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, on the 4-hour, we're looking for a lower high relative to 1755. So bears will be waiting in this area. And reverse back burner on these names that are really weak, and then they start a small bounce. Bitcoin got thrown to the dogs today. There was various headlines that I'm not totally up on, but I did see one headline. So we have this rounded top, and we're breaking support over here of Bitcoin. This is looking very weak. Your next support is 59,000 psychological, and then 54980, just round it to 550. So Bitcoin had a pretty rough day, and so did their related coins. So Coin was down 6.5, Mara was down 10.9, and Riot was down 8.75. So these charts lost support on Coin. However, if it doesn't get followed through, I think I was on the 2 week when I was studying this. Yeah, this could be a bull flag on coin. So we'll see how it resolves, but it really had a rough day. Let me drink a sip of water. All right, so 2 week possible bull flag on coin. Mara, we were looking for that weekly high or low compared to 14.18 and a hold of the 50 MA. We got an inside bar on the weekly right now. And on the daily, we're holding the 200 MA. So, I mean, I guess that's all you can ask is hold that 200 MA and then please bounce. But of course, it'll be heavily dictated by Bitcoin. Riot is looking for a higher low. It has earnings this week. Yeah, earnings tomorrow, but it doesn't say before the market or after the market, after market. The dollar was spiffy. We got a little weekly potential bull flag forming on the dollar. If that were to break bull, that could be a headwind for the market. Not always, sometimes. GDX looks fine. We did have a red day, down 5%, but we have not lost weekly support. On the daily, we have not lost 32.20. We have enough room for a higher low compared to 32.20. And this will most likely be very volatile stock tomorrow. Gold had a red day, as you would suspect, looking at GDX and how weak they were. They're breaking these lows of 2304, hit 2300. But gold still could be a weekly bull flag. Looking at oil. Oil could be a weekly bull flag, and on the daily, we're touching the 50 MA, and we're holding that 80-70 support. But this could be a head and shoulders here on oil, so watch that. Watch out for that. All right, so AMD, we're taking a look at AMD because they had earnings after hours, and they're getting punished. So they're down at 153.89, but they have not lost 145.29. Still low, 146.75 and 145.29. They haven't lost that support yet. So it's not game over for Lisa. The long lower wick is helping. All right. Apple. Apple really gave up the ghost today. And it's just going down in after hours. And they don't report till Thursday. On a balance, you're looking for a 4-hour lower high. Right there at the daily 50 MA. Drew that box earlier this morning because we're looking for that lower high. All right, Tesla. Tesla was down 5.55%. Today, we have this big gap here. Gap would fill at 172.12, and we have the daily 50 MA. So we'll see how Tesla comes in, or if it comes in, and what that volume is. SMCI had earnings after hours. They've had a mixed bag like AMD. So we'll just have to wait and see how this resolves. On the daily chart, we are looking for a lower high. All right, and let's get to the fun stuff. Marijuana. So today we saw that headline. Let me read it again. DEA moving to reclassify marijuana as less dangerous drug. So we're looking for the lower high tomorrow. Excuse me, we're on SMCI. Did I go over SMCI? We're looking for a lower high here on the daily. ACB just launched. So there's the one important word for today, or for tomorrow, really. Back burner. These MJ names, almost all of them will be on back burner. CGC, I would stick with CGC or MSOX if you want to be aggressive. If you want to be conservative, you could do MSOS. It's just a little stronger company from what I understand. So we're just launching, and the easiest thing I can tell you is back burner. Just wait for it to pull back. This is great volume, great reaction. CGC, they got the bulk of the buying, 78% increase. Yeah, this chart's beautiful. Look at ACB, it's still kind of hung up here. We got over 888, but just barely. CGC launched over 1157, and look at that volume. Back burner, back burner. MSOS got halted 2 times today, but because of volatility, we're approaching overbought on the daily. If we get a gap up, I will be selling almost all of my position because gap ups are for selling. How you like that beating? All right, Tilray. Tilray had a great day, but they did not get over their recent high. So we're looking at a gap fill of 277, but still a good candle. I mean, there's nothing about this this candle, there's nothing about it that's bearish. So you could put that one on back burner watch as well. And I wanted to mention SHOP as a correlation for Amazon earnings. I don't know what Amazon is doing. Do I not have that on there? I didn't have it on there. Amazon is up and after hours on earnings up 2.71, 2.74. So that's the last of the earnings. And so just look for the correlation between SHOP and Amazon. If Amazon's running hard, SHOP could be a laggard trade. All right, that's it for the market recap. Thank you for being here and watching it despite my ugly, gnarly bobo, as my son would say. All right, y'all have a good night.